Okay, everybody, it is January 1st, 2024. Hope everybody had a wonderful new year. I am filming this on the 30th or on the 1st. So I've just finished filming my December wrap-up, which will be posted on Friday for you guys. And I am still in debt. Yes, I'm still in debt. I am working on that to not be in debt anymore, but that is the plan for this year, is that I will be debt-free. I'm trying to like visualize I am going to be debt-free by December 31st, 2025, or 4. The debt snowball avalanche things that I have in place, and I kind of went over that in my budget 2.0. I think that's where I went over it. Yes, the debt avalanche. But it says on that if I pay $600, $662.25 every single month towards debt, that I will have my debt paid off by March of 2025. I want to be debt free in 2025. I don't want to have any more debt. So I know things can happen. And I'm hoping things don't happen. You know, there's always the hope. But let's go ahead and get started with kind of setting up my January 2024 budget and kind of, you know, looking at what we're doing and how I'm going to be doing this, at least for now. I'm gonna, you know, doing some stuff slightly different. So it's going to be a test run this month, and you know, we make minor adjustments throughout the month, and then when it comes to the next month we do some more adjustments, because you know, we may, I know moving into 2024 there's the whole new tax bracket, not brackets, but tax laws and everything going into place, and so we may not have as many taxes, or we may have more taxes pulled out, Social Security, not even counting pay raises, deduction raises, whatever, just taxes in general, because that does happen in January. Also, any medical insurance premiums, all of that type of stuff happens also in January. So I am just basing the beginning January off of my current income that I've been getting for the past couple months, and going from there, and hopefully nothing major. There aren't like major deductions that are going to be coming out of my my paycheck to where I'm gonna have to like figure it out. That's why I always leave a buffer between my budgeted paycheck and my actual, so that way my actual, I want my actual to be higher than my budgeted amount, so that way I have a little buffer in case I have extra expenses, or like that where it's the beginning of the year, you get your first paycheck and then it's like, oh, taxes and insurance all increased and you didn't take that into account, and all of a sudden you're budgeting for what you were previously making, and now you're not getting that anymore, you're getting less than that. I've been there, done that. I don't want to be there anymore. So I always keep a little $100 to almost $200 buffer between my budgeted amount and my actual account budget, or actual paycheck. So let's go ahead and look at the planner. This is the, I forget the actual name of it, but it is from the sticker shop, Sarah Marie Stickers. I do not think she has any more of these. I believe she only had like 20 or 40 or something like that back in November, December. And I think she was going to start working on 2025's planner. And the reason why I got this, or budget notebook, the reason why I got this is because the monthly spreads are pretty much already set up the way that I want them to be set up. And I don't really have to add any extra stickers or anything like that. So that is why I decided to go ahead and purchase her first budget planner and everything like that. So let's go ahead into January. Over here, I'm not going to do anything, just like I haven't done anything to the monthly spread. And that is because on my iCalendar for my computers, and I have all Macs, so it also comes out over into my phone. I put in when my bills are due, and I actually have them color coded to where all the bills are in pink on my account. Let me see. So take this, you have right here where you have cell phone and internet. Those are when those are due. So, and then I have to go and look. On this, we have where I'm going to be posting a video, and my screen is kind of dirty. And then we have Discovery Plus and the amount. So that way I kind of know when they're going to be due. Some of them do kind of change from day to day, and that's just the billing cycles and everything. But I am going ahead and continuing on with my little card here. It is an Erin Condren card, and I have this strange looking coil clip, but it does fit in here. I tested it. It does fit. It's just kind of strange. Anyways, I just picked this one because it had a lot of white space, and I kind of liked the saying on the back where it's, you matter, you really do. You really, really do matter. And then I am using my Pilot Friction 4 pen. So it has 4 different colored inks. And then I went to Jet Pens. So the shop that I got these from are Jet Pens. And this one, the black one that has black, blue, green, and red, I got from Amazon. And then I'm like, oh, there has to be a place, and I found Jet Pens, and they had multiple colors that fit into my color coding scheme, and then they had the clear barrels to where you could actually see what color it is. So I spent some money on these last year and got them, and I've written down the color coding here, and I ran out of space down here, but we have sinking funds and miscellaneous down here as well. So not much has changed on there at all. Yeah, nothing has changed. So for this month, I am going to be focusing on groceries. Household, and I think just miscellaneous. I think we're going back to this, just the regular ones. So I don't, you know, I'm not overspending. So I will get into the budgeted amounts here in just a moment, but I think I'm going to have to keep some of these pages because I have the budget amounts over here on another page. Okay, so income type, we're going to do paycheck 1, paycheck number 2, and then additional, just like I've been doing for the longest time. Again, I'm not going to share with you what I actually get paid in here, but I will share how much I get over or under the, when my actual comes in, how much I get over or under on the estimated. So that way you can kind of see how I'm budgeting. But basically my estimated amount is, I try to make it lower than what my actuals have been. But with it being the new year, I don't know what's going to change like between paycheck 1 and paycheck 2, because I technically have already been paid paycheck 1. And since I know how much it's actually over $190.22. So my actual is $190.22 over the estimated amount. This gives me a buffer to work with my expenses and everything throughout the year. Additional income is anything that I may get from rebates, from business expenses or business income. I don't know if I'll be getting any. I don't. And then there's also anything I transfer over from my savings accounts. If I transfer anything from my sinking funds, if I get any credits from redeeming points on my business credit card, you know, I try to credit those points back to the actual credit card statement. So because since I'm paying them back. So That is where I'm at. But for additional, I just basically say I'm not going to get any because I don't want to base my budget off of those, because I don't know if I'm going to transfer anything over, if I'm going to get any rebates or any of that type of stuff. Going into the variable expenses, I am going to keep track of crafts and entertainment. Those might be going into a savings account somewhere, like if I'm going to put it into the emergency fund account or something like that, just because I haven't been saving for those and I haven't been pulling cash out, and I want to have something saved up for those. So I'm going to have to figure out where I'm going to transfer those. So at some point those might disappear and I'll put them, somewhere else. But for now, for this month, they're going to be here until I try to figure out where I'm going to put those. Electric is $150 that I'm budgeting for, and it is going to be way less because it is wintertime and my furnace is a gas furnace, so I'm not using as much electricity. But I use this, and I had a video that I posted during Vlogmas that talked about my budgeted utilities. So I budgeted electric, natural gas, and water, and I have budgeted amounts here. And right now in the wintertime, my actual amount is less than the budgeted amount. So I'll take the budgeted amount on those three things minus the actual amount, and whatever is remaining I transfer into my summer bills sinking fund. So that way in the summertime, when I get $300 electric bills because I'm having to run the AC for over 100 days because it's been over 100 here, I have the money to pull from my summer bills sinking fund to help cover those bills, and where I'm not trying to rework budgets, because I did do that several times when I lived paycheck to paycheck, and there were some months where it was very difficult for me to eat healthy and all of that, and to decide on if I'm going to, take my cat to the vet for the year or something like that. So I've grown over the last almost 10 years since I've really been focused on this, on paying off my debt. So, and actually budgeting and doing all of that. So that, and I got a better job that paid more. So, and I wasn't having to live paycheck to paycheck. But that is where these budgeted amounts come from. I will link the video somewhere here where I've posted that on why I do that and all of that, and a little bit more explanation into it, I believe. Fuel auto, that is to get gas for my car and to pay for the toll road tag and whenever it needs to be replenished. And groceries, $400. I don't know if this is going to be correct. I am trying to eat healthier for this year. I am trying to get my cholesterol down lower. I'm trying to lose weight as well and, gain muscle, do all of that type of stuff. So I'm just going to start with $400 and we'll see where it goes, if I'm going to have to, cut out restaurants or, cut back on certain things. So that's, right now we're just going to start with $400 and go from there and see how much it's going to be. Household, this is to buy for things in the house. So if I have to get toilet paper, paper towels, that type of stuff for the house. Miscellaneous, I always leave this option because there are always surprises and things that you don't account for in your budget somewhere. Natural gas, $35. Pet supplies, $3.50. And I have 3 cats that live inside, and I believe I only have now 2 cats, but I do have a neighbor cat that comes by nightly and scarfs down the wet food that I leave for my cats. So, and he's a food bully, so he chases my cats away, and he's either chased one of my outside cats away, so I now only have 2, or that one outside cat has disappeared, for lack of a better word. I have not seen him in a couple weeks. I'm just going to put it there. Restaurants, $50. I always leave this because maybe I just want to get a pizza, or I want to go get a coffee or get a Starbucks or something like that. So I do have a Starbucks card that replenishes if it gets down to a certain amount. So I always have a restaurant just in case I have something like that. Sinking funds, $1,815. It seems like a lot. We'll get into the sinking funds, but I do have because I own my house and I don't have to pay a mortgage, I have to save up for the property taxes and the homeowners association and the insurance on that. So a lot of that money is for the house. Water, budgeting $100 and extra to debt. I want to pay $300 extra every single month to debt on top of my self-imposed minimum payment that we have over here. Cell phone, $58.13. Home security, this is for the monitoring of the security system. Internet, $90. Apple Premiere is $40.61. Discovery Plus, $9.73. Netflix, $12.98. I have three credit cards. 2 of them are paid off, but I always leave a blank in case I have something carry over from one month to the next month and I have to pay on a credit card. Business credit card, my self-imposed minimum payment is $300. The last couple months it's been $200, so I'm paying more. I'm basically wanting to pay the majority of the interest on that. So I do plan on paying a lot more, like I said over here, but we have to see how that goes. Home security loan, this is the loan for the security equipment in the house. It has a 0% interest and minimum payment is $62.25. And then my automatic $100 transfer to my emergency fund. And then the totals down here for both of those. Going into transaction log over here, I'm not going to do anything with that. And sinking fund, I'm pulling out December's sheet over here and trying to get this going. I've got some stickers back here. Okay. There is where we are starting with the sinking funds, and I need to add in the total down here. Okay, that is where we are sitting right now. There have been some changes that mentioned my house refresh. I transferred that account, which is now the business account, into the house fund, and I set up what was the household fund is now the business account, so that way I can pay for some of the subscriptions that happen on the business account. Moving on into the debt and savings tracker over here. We are going to start off with debt. Even though I don't have anything there, I'm going to go ahead and put in credit card 1 and credit card 2 with nothing. Then business CC, we are starting off with 713,151 and okay, that is where okay, so one little change that I'm doing. So I'm going to put down here at the end of the month how much I've paid, then add in the interest, which this one will most likely, the home security loan will have 0 there, but on the business credit card, I want to show how much is interest. And then if I add any additional amount, so that way we can try to get the numbers to match up the right way. Again, the home security loan, it has a 0% interest, so whatever I pay towards it goes off. I'm not adding anything to it, but sometimes with the business credit card, I do have a monthly fee for website security, and that's charged monthly, so it's going to be an additional amount. So I want to account for that as well. You know, be a little bit more accountable for that credit card and try to get it paid off. That is the plan. So savings tracker, I have my emergency fund and the money market. And beginning amount on the emergency is $1,100, and on the money market, 9537.58. And this is where I might, on the money market, I might add in crafts and entertainment, and also add that into the money market account every single month. So that way I am saving it for it, and then I have it down here, and then I can have like the running balance of like what is technically my emergency fund to my emergency fund. So the emergency fund is in case I lose my job. So both of these combined, if I lose my job, I will be able to live paying for all of my bills without taking anything out, not being worried about it. For right now, I think I have enough for 2 months. I'd like to have 3 months and eventually 6 months, just to be on the safe side in case, you know, God forbid I have a medical expense that just pops up. You have to, you know, be checked into the hospital, something like that. And, you know, so eventually I want to have 6 months, maybe a year, but right now I'm just trying to get to the 3-month mark, and I'm almost there. Almost there, but not quite. And then I will also add in here some 401ks and stuff like that for my personal record at the end of the month, but I do not share that information. And then I have some funds, for lack of a better word, that were my grandmother's, and I just like to keep track of them. Those are all for retirement, so I'm not going to do anything with them. One of my 401ks is with the previous employer that I'm going to try to roll over into an IRA now and not have it as a 401k, so that way I can try to, once I pay off debt, I'll be able to add money to it. So I will look at that towards the end of the year once I figure out if I'm going to be able to pay off debt and everything. But I might even do that still. I don't know. It's like, it's still early on. I'm still, you know, just trying to figure out everything for myself as it is. And then we are moving into the business budget side of things over here. And I don't remember if I even set up a business budget. Oh, I did. Oh, wow. I must have done this off camera. I think that's what happened. So, business budget. I am trying to get my channel monetized this year. That is one of my goals. I have enough subscribers, but I am lacking public watch time, and I don't know how that is accounted with YouTube, but yeah, I am trying to get it monetized, so I am not, that's for the year. So estimated right now, I'm just going to say 0, because right now I don't think I'm going to get anything. And then we have, there's not enough spots in here. Editing, Amazon, Etsy, and I'm going to put all of these as 0. So, YouTube, I have the channel. I'm trying to get it monetized. Editing, I do have a editing business. I have a website for it, but right now I'm not getting any money from it. Amazon, I am an Amazon affiliate, and I also I have some journals that are out there on Amazon for purchase, and I have had, at least last time I checked, 3 people bought Dalmatian journals, and I got some royalties off of those. And then my biggest thing is, I think I'm going to set up an Etsy shop for one of those. So I'm just going to put it in here, so I have it in here. So, but for this month, $0. And then we have expenses. Although I might have to buy ink. Right now, I'm just going to go ahead and have all of these as, actually, I am going to have to buy sticker paper, so. And then there we go. So right now, that is where my business budget is going. If I get any money, rebates, or any of that type of stuff, then yay, it's unexpected and a good thing, and I can use it for some of this stuff. I do know I'm going to have to buy sticker paper, but I've already printed out all of my stickers for my planning to do for, what is it? Through January and February. So I've already printed them and cut them, so I don't technically need to buy sticker paper until February at some point. And then estimated income right now is just going to be 0. We have 137.51. We have a negative number, negative profit. And then taxes take a home. I don't know that yet. So that is my January budget, and I'm just, you know, it's a new year, new things happening, new projects planned, new, you know, new, everything's new. And I am looking forward to really working on paying off my debt. And one thing that I mentioned in one of my videos was, and it's the 2024 budget 2.0 video, where I was like, I had to reassess some things when I was setting up my budget for this year, and went back and redid sinking funds and did all of this type of stuff, all of that. And I need to put into the debt tracker that I purchased. It is a Google Sheet, so I need to actually update that with the current amount that I have for this month, and work steadily on paying at least $662.25 to debt every single month. It seems like that's a lot. It is a lot. And really try to stick on budget and everything for this year. So we will see how it goes. Again, I don't know if my pay is going to change between right now and when I get paid again on the 15th, because of taxes and all of that type of stuff. So we will see, but I'm looking forward to this year. So I have a goal in place to be debt free. So I'm going to try everything that I can to be debt free, including try to put as much additional money that is not business type stuff. I'm going to try to put additional, like working the elections. It's an election year. I don't know if I'll be able to work November election, because my company might not let me do elections. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. But if I can work any elections, I'm going to try to work the elections, because it is always nice to have, I think this year total I'm getting $1,000. I'll have to deduct it from when I do income taxes, because taxes are not deducted from that amount. So they will send me a W-2, and I will have to submit that to the IRS, because they're obviously getting all of that. Even before they gave me W-2s, I still said that I got extra income from working elections. So, and even when I do jury duty, I also file that, even though it's measly $6 for the day. I still do that on my taxes because I just don't want to be caught in a lie type thing. So I hope everybody enjoyed this video. I know it was kind of long. Budgets are like that when you're trying to set them up and everything. I try to make them as fast as possible, but I like to kind of share with you guys what my thoughts are when I'm going through them and doing all of that. So I will be back on Friday with a wrap up of December's budget. It's all laying over here because I just finished filming that. So I hope that you will check back in on that video so you can kind of see where I ended up with December and all the Christmas expenses and all of that type of stuff. But I'll be back next time, and also on Sunday with a cleaning video. I'm supposed to be working on deep cleaning my kitchen, and where I'm at right now, I'm filming, not the kitchen. But that is my plan this week, is to work on deep cleaning the kitchen and getting my zone cleaning back up and running and cleaning and all of that. But it is a holiday, so I think I'm going to spend the rest of the day relaxing. So before I have to go back to work tomorrow. So I hope that you guys all had a wonderful holiday season, and I will be back on Friday with another video. Thank you everybody, and have a wonderful day.